Happy Halloween, good morning, and welcome to today's webinar, Fewer Tricks and More Treats, How to Collaborate in OBIEE. Next slide, please. Before we get started, I'd like to go over a few items so you know how to participate in today's event. Next slide, please. We've taken a screenshot of the attendee interface. You should see something like this that looks like on your own desktop with a control panel in the right-hand corner. Next slide, please. You're listening in by using your computer's speaker system by default. If you would prefer to join over the phone, just select telephone in the audio pane and the dial-in information will be displayed. Next slide. You will also have the opportunity to submit questions to our presenter by typing your questions into the questions pane of the control panel. You may send in your questions at any time during the presentation. We will collect these and address them during the Q&A session at the end of the presentation. We also have an option for handouts. We've got 3 of them in the control panel as well, so take a look at those as well. Next slide, please. And I'd now like to introduce David Chadwick, Regional Account Manager at DataVale. David, you may begin.
Thank you, Jenna, and thank you everyone for taking the time to view this presentation of Fewer Tricks and More Treats, How to Collaborate in OBIEE. As Jenna mentioned, I'm Dave Chadwick, Oracle Product Specialist for the Business Analytics Professional Services Group of the DataVale Corporation, a certified Oracle Platinum partner. DataVale provides a family of services, including database services, analytics, application data integration, implementation, and customized development, knowledge sharing, and training services. My group specializes in the IT capacity services that support your entire Oracle Analytics platform, including OBIEE applications, Hyperion, data warehousing, data integration services, and more. So before diving in, let me mention 2 quick things. First, if you have any questions, as Jenna mentioned earlier, regarding any of the features and functionality of the OBIEE collaboration tool known as BI Teamwork, which we'll be covering today, you can put them in the chat window, or you can email them to either of the addresses on your screen right now, and we'll get the answers out to you right away. And second, everyone attending this webinar will receive a trial version of BI Teamwork for your own evaluation. I will send the download links and installation instructions to the email addresses you used when you registered for this webinar. By the way, we do not send the download link to Gmail, Yahoo, or other public email accounts, so please use your corporate email address. If you didn't, you can just send us a request directly to either of the email addresses you see on the screen right now, and you should receive your trial version today. So, according to the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, the 2 greatest enemies of a successful financial close are confusion and speculation. Confusion often happens where there is pressure to complete a complicated task quickly. And speculation happens when the right answer isn't available. So in the name of keeping the timeline, we go with the best answer available. Well, not much can be done about timelines. Executives will always need everything yesterday. But better, more efficient methods of communication can be achieved between, in this case, the contributors of the data and those who use that data to create the board books that the executives will use to make decisions. Now, a lot of companies use OBIEE as their primary business intelligence tool. And OBIEE is a great tool for sharing what your data is saying. But often the CFO, the analyst, or the forecasters need to know why the data is saying what it's saying, creating a need for efficient, accurate collaboration, which can reduce confusion and speculation to a minimum. And BI Teamwork is the best way to enable collaboration without having to exit OBIEE for a separate application, something the person you need to collaborate with may not even have access to or remember to check today. And of course, you can always call them, leave a message, and wait for a return call. But BI Teamwork virtually hardwires the contributors of the most important information necessary to complete a successful closing together in one application that all those contributors already visit perhaps multiple times every day, creating a reliable collaboration environment. So how do we do that? BI Teamwork enables 4 different types of commentary and several features for BI users. And we're going to take a high-level look at the commentary capabilities and some of the features. Let's begin the presentation with a feature we call the environment eye. So what we're seeing right now is a BI Teamwork enabled OBIEE dashboard. It's like any dashboard you might see deployed at any company. And this shows how seamlessly BI Teamwork integrates with the OBIEE look and feel your customers are already used to. But there are a few differences I'd like to point out. We created the Environment Eye feature because companies have multiple BI environments like dev, test stage, production. And sometimes users or even developers get confused as to which environment they're working in as they switch from one to another or deal with interruptions throughout the day of their workflow. And this can be problematic. So BI Teamwork gives you the ability to label each environment with an exclusive identifier. It's this orange bar across the top that says test environment. You can give each environment a different color, and there are other options to the Environment Eye feature, including the option to disable it. You may have also noticed a few extra buttons in the global header. What we've done there is embedded additional comment functionality, so it's simple and easy to start entering a comment. And speaking of comments, as I mentioned earlier, there are basically 4 different types of comments that BI Teamwork enables. They are dashboard or dashboard page comments, cell annotations, inline cell comments, and dynamic dashboard documentation. So let's begin with dashboard or dashboard page comments. Okay, again, this is a typical BI dashboard, but I'd like you to notice what's down at the bottom right corner of the dashboard. This is what we call the collaborative toolbar. And when you click over here in the corner, it launches this panel where you can manage your dashboard and dashboard page comments. You can start a new comment by just clicking in the blank field and start typing. Now, this is a dashboard level or dashboard page comment. So this type of comment might be just a general statement or created to alert people about something that's happening on the dashboard or how to use something new on the dashboard, things like that. And when you're done typing, just click Post, and you'll get a message up top confirming that your comment was saved. And down below in the activity log is the comment we just created, along with all the other comments posted by users to this dashboard page. You'll also find a couple of other very interesting options you can use in the activity log section. For instance, just like on some social media sites such as LinkedIn or Facebook, BI Teamwork gives users the ability to vote up or like a comment they've found useful. Just by clicking like, this little window here will pop up. Click OK, and now you'll note that the like count has increased by 1. So the use case behind this option is for the user's acknowledgement of value. When you leave a comment, you want 2 things to happen. First, you want people to notice your comment, and secondly, you want people to understand the contribution being made to the information on the dashboard. This vote up or like option provides a real-time metric by which the usefulness and effectiveness of a comment can be measured. And according to current BI Teamwork customers, this feature generates the most new excitement among users and promotes more active involvement in BI collaboration. You also have the ability to reply to a comment by clicking on the reply link located beneath the comment you wish to reply to. That opens this window in which you can type your reply to a specific comment. Once you're done, click Post Reply, and now you can see that the count of replies has increased by 1. And if you click Reply, or on the replies, you will see the reply you posted to this comment, as well as any other replies that have been posted to that particular comment. You can also see a timestamp showing when the reply was posted and by whom. Now, if you click on this menu here, it reveals 3 additional options, which allows you to make a comment editable, or mark it as a draft, or delete the comment if you are an administrator or the creator of the comment. It might also interest you to know that all comments created by the BI Teamwork system are stored in a relational database repository. It's a very small footprint with practically no extra overhead to your IT department. They just set it and forget it. And because of this design, you can search comments and retrieve them very easily. You can even create your own subject area based on the commentary structure and create reports inside of Oracle BI about the data you're commenting on. You can also do things like filtering on keywords. Your results of all comments on this dashboard page containing your keyword will appear down below the search box. This type of dashboard page commenting is great for variance justification because it provides a platform for feedback on a dashboard that everyone can see. People can enter comments about things that may need further review or updating. So those are the basics of what we call dashboard or dashboard page comments. The next type of commenting is called cell annotations. In this dashboard, you see a table here with data displayed in the cells, and a couple of the cells are filled in with a yellow background, and there are also flame icons in the upper left corners of those cells indicating that a comment has been left there. By the way, all the colors and icons can be easily customized to fit your liking. And if you hover over that cell, you can view the comment posted there, see who made it and when. Now here is how you would actually create a cell comment or annotation. Just go up here to what we call the cell highlighter, click there, select the cell you'd like to annotate, click inside it, and that gives you access to annotate that cell using the advanced editor. With the advanced editor, you can type a simple comment and submit that, or you can give your comment some dynamics using the feature functionality of the advanced editor. For example, you can add some bullet points. You can highlight, add color, or bold text. Other features include formatting options, the ability to embed links, or even images. A wide variety of options to help give your comment impact. You can also determine who can see and reply to your comments based on categories. So if you think about taxonomy, maybe you're deploying this to the finance department, and maybe the finance department talks to other operations teams. And when you do reporting, you don't want your comments to be intermingled. So you can create a category that separates them, and you can also put security on those categories so that only people in finance can see and comment on finance categories, and only people in consulting can see and comment on consulting categories, and so on. You can also notify people from the user list of Oracle BI using BI Delivers. Just search for whom you'd like to notify by name, group, or application role, and they will receive an email and a dashboard alert that your comment is available. So after you've finished creating your sale comment, just click Submit Comment, and right away you will see that now the sale you annotated has the background shading and the flame icon, indicating to all other authorized users that a comment exists regarding the data in this sale. And if someone hovers over it, they will be able to see, reply to, or like that comment. Now, let's take a look at what we call inline sale commentary. Inline sale commenting allows you to comment or place a comment in line or in the same row as the data your comment is referencing. This is possible using these two inline sale commenting columns. In this example, we have one column for the CFO and the other for the analyst. There are only two inline sale commenting columns in this example, but you can have as many as your real estate will support. So let's enter a comment down here as the analyst. Click on Save Comment, and you will see the successfully saved banner, and the comment appears in line with the data it's referencing in the analyst column. And it works the same way in all the columns. And of course, you can enhance, edit, or update your comments in a variety of ways using the options found in this menu. Finally, we have a type of commentary we call dynamic dashboard documentation. This gives the end user the ability to have an index page in every dashboard or alongside an existing report in a dashboard to dynamically update data and provide that to the departments or users. And this is all part of the BI Teamwork API. Once it's set up by an administrator, you simply assign privileges to one or more of your power users, like the department's owners of that dashboard, and they can edit as they like without any involvement from the BI administrator. For example, let's say on one of your financial reporting BI dashboards, you want to have an index page. And that index page content is about what's happening in the finance department today or what needs to happen. Those things may be important, but it's not really data, it's metadata. Input from a power user who knows the departmental task or important changes to those tasks that need to be achieved. So the idea is to give that power user a way to share that type of information without the security risk that would come with giving them permission to actually edit a dashboard page. So this way, they have complete rich HTML functionality in the form of an index page. In this index page example, they have a simple table, the ability to edit a header, do some quick formatting. They can add tables, and they can add imagery. Again, a wide variety of functionality. So those are the four basic types of commentary enabled by BI Teamwork and some of their functionality. Now I'd like to cover, again at a high level, a few technical and administrative items with you. But before we go there, let me say that as users become more and more familiar with BI Teamwork, they discover that it's loaded with many very useful features as a result of feedback from our customers around the world. So I'd like to briefly show you two of the most popular features according to BI Teamwork customers. First is this feature we call Embedded BI. So if you look at the URL here, you'll note that this page is not part of the OBIEE portal. It could be, for example, from the company intranet or SharePoint. But what we've done is created the ability to take any local BI report or dashboard or chart or graphic any display that and display that information on any intranet page or any website page anywhere without compromising the security protocols in place for OBIEE access. So what you're looking at now would be a real-time rendering of data coming out of OBIEE. And we can even add some additional logic on top of it so that wherever you embed this particular report of a dashboard, you can also display to viewers exactly what it is they're looking at. The information being shared via the embedded BI feature is also dynamic. So as the information in BI updates, so does the information in the embedded display. Also with BI Teamwork, all users will see what we call a splash page when they first log on. This splash page shows up on every page, every dashboard, or every report to notify customers of changes, activities, or events that may be important to many BI users. For example, if there was a delay in loading up the data warehouse and the OBIEE data is stale, or if there is a new dashboard that's just been released, things like that. You can modify anything in the splash page with HTML text. You can put videos in there. Any information that all BI customers need to know can be delivered efficiently using the splash page. The splash page and its message will appear on every BI screen the user goes to until they acknowledge it by clicking "Please don't show this message again today unless the content changes." And that will stop it unless, as it says, the administrator changes the message. So to wrap up the presentation, everything you'll need to manage, configure, reconfigure, customize, or control BI Teamwork in any way can be found on the BI Teamwork tab of the Oracle OBIEE Administrative Panel. With BI Teamwork, when you get the installer, we also provide a Quick Start RPD and a Quick Start Web Catalog. It's similar to the sample app that Oracle provides, where you have a pre-built RPD and a pre-built web catalog. Or even more analogous is the Oracle BI Usage Tracking RPD, which is a quick start. And you can build on top of that, and you have some quick web catalog reports, and you can build on top of that, and so on. That's kind of what we provide in the installer for BI Teamwork. Also, all the commentary information entered into the BI Teamwork system is captured and stored in a relational repository with what we call context sensitivity. In other words, all the information visible when posting the comment, including but not limited to who posted it and when, the prompts selected, such as year, brand, product, whatever it is, are all captured in context, which allows for very dynamic commentary reporting. And it's all capable of being exported to Excel, PowerPoint, PDFs, and more, and can be printed in a wide assortment of options. So there you have a quick, high-level view of what BI Teamwork can do to promote better communications between your BI users and executives, enabling more treats and less tricks to financial closing. It works right out of the box and generally meets 99% of a customer's commentary requirements. The other 1% can be easily developed on a customer-by-customer basis. BI Teamwork is compatible with both 11G and 12C versions of OBIEE, and BI Teamwork is now certified to work with BI applications on Oracle's Analytic Cloud service. If you would like to learn more, just go to BITeamwork.com or contact me via email or phone. My contact information is on screen right now. If you'd like a more detailed presentation, I can arrange a one-on-one session for you and your team with the lead architect of BI Teamwork, either online or on site. And by the way, when we visit you on site, lunch is on us. So in closing, again, thank you very much for your time and attention. Don't forget to take advantage of your BI Teamwork trial. if I have your correct email address, you should have the download link and the setup instructions within the hour. Check your spam folders if you don't see it by morning. And at this point, I'm going to turn things back over to Jane or Jenna, one of my associates. I believe there might be a question or two, and we'd love to answer them before we get going. So Jane or Jenna, take it over.
Yeah, thank you, David. We're going to now begin answering the questions submitted today during today's presentation. As a reminder, you can still submit questions through the questions pane in your attendee control panel. And now I'm going to hand it over to Jane with our first question.
Thank you, Jenna, and thanks, David. Great work. Fantastic presentation. First question, is BI Teamwork compatible with mobile devices such as iPads?
Okay, BI Teamwork is compatible with mobile devices such as iPads and other tablets. And in fact, we also provide an application that makes it very easy to configure your iPad to operate OBIEE, and you can configure multiple devices simultaneously. We are also in the development stages right now of making an application available for using OBIEE with BI Teamwork on your Android or your iPhone. And development like that, which comes from our customers as they're using it and find different ways that make it easy for them to use, are things that you get to take advantage of as a customer as a result of our normal service management agreement. So I hope that answers that question.
Awesome. Great answer. Second question, I'm assuming this refers to the comments that you can put inside cells within BI Teamwork. The question is, are the number of characters per comment limited?
Well, that's a good question. So we had an interesting dilemma in thinking about this. You don't want a comment, for example, to be so limited that your answer or your replies are yes or no or maybe or even going to something cryptic like what we do with texting, like IDK or shaking my head, that kind of thing. So we didn't want it to be so limited that you couldn't put a usable answer. By the same token, we didn't want it to be unlimited and have someone cut and paste a paragraph from a book in there. So there is a limit. I believe it's 10,000 characters in a comment space, and that limitation is set by your BI administrator, so they can change it up or down as they wish.
Okay, great. One more question about SharePoint. Using the embedded BI function, can a person display a chart from OBIEE on SharePoint? And can someone viewing that chart on SharePoint also update it?
Okay, so the first part of that question would be, can you display a chart or graph or even a report outside of OBIEE? And the answer to that is yes, using the embedded BI function of BI Teamwork. Can you update it? No, you cannot. The view that you see outside of OBIEE will be read-only. However, as the information, for example, a lot of companies that are using BI Teamwork will have competition going on between sales regions or departments. So as the information regarding sales change, that information will change in the display in SharePoint. So you'll be able to see that happen in real time, but you cannot affect that from SharePoint. It has to be updated at the source, which would be in OBIEE.
Okay, thank you. And one more question, is the web embedded feature, can it have unlimited prompts to the external website?
It is not unlimited, but the volume of data that can be displayed there is pretty significant. So, but it's not unlimited. In other words, you can't put multiple charts or multiple pages of a dashboard in that view. However, you can have, for example, if you wanted to display multiple dashboards, you can do it on different pages. So.
Perfect. Great. Okay, I think that's it for questions. Jenna, I'll turn it back over to you.
All right. Thanks, Jane, and thanks, David. Thank you to everyone for attending today's webinar. If you have any other questions, please feel free to contact David or Christian. Contact details are there. On behalf on DataVail and our presenters, thank you for joining us today. Have a great rest of your day and have a happy Halloween.